Match of the day, the Hangzhou Spark versus the Philadelphia Fusion. Now the stakes relatively low. This is all about seeding, but Avril stresses. You heard him. How stressed he was to the shatter. I wonder if Irony is going to go for the old school Nano Ryan, but it's Shy first with the visor. He gets slept by Aim God before he trades his own life for it. Shy gets woken and finishes off the rest of the battlefield. Spark will be able to remain in charge of this point.
Yeah, Alpha gets it done, however, instantly beamed on down here by Fury. Super rich. The sound barrier off of someone's head, but as it dissipates, Lemon, you know the blade is good to go from Zest.
Oh, he goes after the Winston, knows that's the primary engage tool for Bernard, and you also have the Soldier in the back. It's not a problem for someone like Zest. What a comeback for the Fusion.
Remember, the second that Bernard captures the attention of Zest, he's in real danger. The focusing beam tears through a DB. You can't eat that with the Matrix. And Zest is beginning to absolutely eviscerate members of the Philadelphia Fusion. Sure, they do lose their life for this.
But bombs land onto Alpha Yi, but Zest got lost in the sauce and couldn't get the focusing beam, but he gives that over to the Shy, who gets healed back up, so the focusing beam does nothing, along with the duplicate attempt from Zest. And surely the Spark can return to the objective and get it back, and the Bob will lead the way.
Alright, touch of an Ash diff right there, but I feel like Zest is going to come down to one final fight, Lemon. Hangzhou did basically break the bank to try and make that fight work. Now they have to just rely on a Valkyrie, and the thing about the Valkyrie is that Hangzhou Spark going to have to stay together for that beam.
The Spark are left without any hope. And what a start for the Fusion. The fans can stop getting memed on at least just for one map, as the Fusion will kick off our series 1-0. Spark have been making do without those ults. Shy is in the back. He even gets bubbled. Bernard is dealing with the front line. He got a visor from MN3 and charges into Irony as Irony was looking for shelter. So Fusion might just be able to scrape by this one.
I think Bernard took way too long there, Lemon, to decide where he wanted to put the grab. Yes, they did get the solo kill.
They're only up by 1 and now 2 as MN3 is in an unstoppable position close to the visor. And the Fixa Sounder keeps the front line kicking, and that's really all that Fusion needed at this point. Going from an almost full hold to a map completion. I wouldn't want to be a Fusion fan right now. My heart is palpitating. I guess they have forgotten about Belisari in the back, and he could be booping people forward. The Bob from the defense is to really negate people from this high ground, while I kind of wish it was on the cart.
The Nano heals up Alpha Yi now in a 1 versus 2 against the supports. Aim God's up next, but Aim God simply aims better, earning the nomenclature.
Says, I mean, he's making this winnable for the Fusion, but the bubble from Bernard is what saved Irony, and that's a massive play from that veteran off tank. Now, if only you could swipe left on that Lucio. Okay, let's try the Ana. Nope, the bubble's in the way. The Spark, oh man, it took a long time. They had about 2 minutes for this fight, or get drawn out. Now only a 45-second advantage.
And have the energy to break through your opponents. Here's Alpha Yi popping off with the right clicks. What a chat.
Wait till all the NA folks wake up and go to tune into their favorite channel, Overwatch League, to see some. Thought Fusion are going to be a bit more aggressive after that 5v4, but they're so worried about Bernard, but they're still pushing the card. Bernard is still living in their backline rent-free, I guess. But the kills continue for the attack, and with the minute that they have, they'll have plenty. Now going into the next part of the map. A good point, A-cap for the Fusion. Great bubble from Belisari. Spark have the ults. Can they finally get just one fight win? I'm begging you. Alpha Yi, a 2-for-1 trade. It's actually even 3 versus 3. The visor and the grab from the defense will finally stop the Fusion in their tracks, but this 1-minute push is legendary, and the Spark are gonna have to do so much, which is only an additional
to be made. Now, all of the weapons stand arrayed against Hangzhou Spark to try and bring Philadelphia Fusion to match point.
And you have to stick on the card if you're the Spark, and it's usually been Alpha Yi, but comms have to be on point. The bubble from Belisari around the card is splitting them off. A Shy from the high ground, from the top rope, slam dunks onto the Fusion. A 3K with the visor, and the Spark have done it now on point B. The doors will open.
Just a second.
Oh, Fusion is there. Belisari has to take the hits. He has the primal, and they have the blade, dodging the sleep. Alpha Yi working on his con of the blade, but we look look back at Zest, who's been antied, but he can't be stopped. Trades back and forth. You're left with a 2-on-2 as the blade of Alpha Yi just to zone and maybe to burst the bubbles of the Fusion players. MN3 gets diced up, and the Spark, with only a 45-second advantage, have done it. They've tied the series 1-1.
It's Alpha Yi, but it's for Sig. And this now means that there's no Graviton combo with a Dragon either, because it was only one player within there, so MN3 did not deem it viable to use for Dragon Strike, but this is...
Oh, the Sonic, the Dragon right through the hotel doesn't really catch anyone off guard. And obviously getting desynced with Fury's grab. It used to be a win condition back in my day. The grab and the Dragon Strike would have been real sick, but the Spark throughout their grab, and Bernard gets exploded by MN3 and friends. Sick headshots from the Hangzhou main, and now Fusion are on the point.
Now it's Bernard's turn, and is Alpha Yi in a position where they could follow up upon a grab? 3 people within it, Lemon, and Bernard's diving in!
Bernard just wanted a bear hug and just jumps in to a bunch of people and dies. And that could be pretty significant to have that energy reset, but see if these flanks are going to happen. Yeah, Yi is no longer in that back alley, but he is from the top with a blade. He gets booped and flailed away as the Fusion step off the cart, and Yi is laughing away.
Alpha Yi does not wish to risk getting fragged. Here's a quick look at those headshots all over again for all of you aim enjoyers. Surviving.
Well, Spark are on the point, but the Fusion are starting to surround them. Bernard throws the grab. Super Rich empowers the team to slay the defense for the final time of this point, and this Zest duplicate, it just came so late. He was on the flank that whole time, but his team died before he could really to go to series point. Alpha Yi leads the way. He duplicates the Zarya, a ton of bubbles and defensive tools as there's a flank by Zest and Fixa, and they're actually doing work. Alpha Yi will grab them though and get the trades they need for the Spark to continue forth, and Yi finally gets back to his Echo form. Irony may be gone, but Super Rich keeps the team alive, and the Spark get to the box of victory and lead the series 2-1.
Such a convenient ending of the duplicate fusion, and Hangzhou Spark yet to get a real affirmative win.
Carpe's the one that was gotten kind of those first picks for the Fusion. So at this point, Fusion could stay here for 9 million years and they'll win the map. Carpe gets nanoed, he's visored, he's sprinting forward and left and right. Every single member of the Spark is cut down, and what a clip for the Carpe man. Now Fusion can extend this lead even more.
Nanoblade almost ready as well. Zest has been holding onto this one for years. Shy draws out the visor. Plenty of targets are available, but here comes Zest.
Oh, and Shy.
There goes Zest.
And there goes Zest. Hello and goodbye. That's my favorite. But Shy finally making a splash in this game. 2 minutes left. Colosseo is sleeping. Spark will get past him and see what they can find. Now the Nano from Irony is given to Bernard. The front line is so beefy, and Zest is doing everything he can to kneecap Bernard. Is successful at doing so. The overtime will be triggered by the Spark. It's up to Yi to keep this one going, and it's not the case. The Philadelphia Fusion by a few meters will force a Game 5.
Of course it's going to be Game 5, Lemon. It wouldn't be.
Yi seeing ghosts, pulsing the ground, hoping to do more than that. Even gets booped away. Gushwo, nanoed. Yeah, we'll call it that with the nano on top. Zest is killed too, and man, the DPS of the Fusion, their backs are aching. Someone call a chiropractor, and that's 99 to 100. Fusion will be taken first round. Super Rich getting it some other way. Shy continues to div. Still got a 4-on-4 as Velosaria dove the backline. Goes to peel for Aim God because Gushwei was diving, and Zez, he traded backlines a lot better. Nice 3K, bud. Fusion back on the point, and they got the cap. Fusion with the Game 5 win. Spark needing the round 3. The sound barrier from Super Rich to empower Shy's visor. Beams down Fixa as Zestblade has yet to make a roar. And the Fusion step off the point, and we're going to round 3.
All right, Nano Lemon, they can't die before it comes out.
Oh, the Prime on the coast!
It's on Fixa!
You can't Fusio and get booped off the map! Okay, only Aim God dies. It's up to Fixa to put his cape on, but Gushwei is going aim mode, an absolute baboon, and Spark are just pummeling down the Fusion. Just a ka-chow moment from the Spark. Overtime goes away. One last touch from Velosaria, and that will be it. Spark will take a Game 5 against the Philadelphia Fusion.
Alpha Yi is overjoyed, but in the end, that last map all came down to the one-map wonder of Gushui coming on in and saying, that's a nice 5-map series you got there, Philadelphia Fusion.